Hi, this is Vitaly from Builderius. In this video I'm going to talk about template parts. This is a brand new functionality. It has been added in Builderius PRO version since version 0.9. Template parts are global entities. This is our approach. This is how we make it inside Builderius to give this possibility to user to create global entity, the entity that can be edited in one place, and then it will be immediately updated in all templates, in any templates where it's being used. So template parts. Let's start from the UI part, and I will explain how to create the new template part and how to use it inside the templates. Okay, so let's go back to the admin side of the site. Here we have a new admin menu item that is called template parts. It's very similar to templates, but it is called template parts. There is no table here because I don't have any template part yet. So let's create the first one. I'm starting from the name. It can be anything. It's just a label, human readable name, that's all. And then I have to choose type, or I also can create my type, like some type like this. So it can be custom, or I can choose from the pre-created ones. We have two, header, footer, just to give the user idea how it can be used. And then if user creates more types, they will be available here. But for now, let's stick to the header. Click next step. Here we have basically not similar but same step 2 of the form, of the creation form, and we have to choose apply rules. I mean, it's the same as for templates, right? So for template parts we also have to choose apply rules, and based on these apply rules, specific template part will be shown or not shown in certain templates. So for instance, I can add a new rule. There are a lot of possibilities. I can apply it for entire site. I can choose the specific archive page, like all archives, or I don't know, all singular page, or specific page by IDE or something like this, right? Since I'm going to create header, template part header, then I probably better choose entire site, yeah, like this. Then I clicked on the create template part, and now I have this template part here. It also has sort order, and I can change my apply rules anytime. So now I go to the builder mode of the header template part, and here we go. This is the builder mode of the header. So it also has builder panel, all the same as for the template. It also has applicant. And since I have chosen entire site, I see here a lot of applicants, even some attachment pages, blog posts, category archives, basically anything, tag archives, etc. So probably I would choose blog post, this one. So I have changed applicant, and then there is nothing here yet. However, I have this header inside my single post template, this part. So I would like, for this tutorial, I will not be changing this header at all. I just would like to use it basically as template part, because for now in this template, and I have only this template basically, This is just a bunch of modulars, more specifically only 2, but it's not like a global entity, right? So let's make it global. For now, we can do it like that by hovering over 3 item in the structure panel. Then hover over hamburger menu, and then we have this action copy layout. So I click on it and it says me layout data copied. Okay, then I switch the tab, go to the template part header. Now I add my any block, but more specifically I need container one, so generic block. I choose generic block, close it, and then again hover over the 3 item and hamburger menu, and here I have the option pasta layout. Okay, so I click on it, and now I see this modal window where I can paste my code. It's code that I copied from the previous tab, and it's nothing more just a JSON configuration that represents my layout, this header, starting from header and all children. So I choose some parent container and then copy layout, and it means that this parent container and all its children modules will be copied. So here I pasted it, and now I just click import here, and I instantly see here my header. Now I can click save. Now go back to the template. Let's add a new module. Now I'm going to insert my template part. Then for this I need to choose module template part, this one, and here I can choose the type of the template part. So I choose header and click refresh button, and basically it's been added but at the end of the all other modules. So what I do is to reorder like this, and basically now I have two headers. This one at the top is template part, and the second one is just a custom layout created in this template specifically. So I'm going to remove it like this. So first rule is that, or better, I will show you this. So maybe I have 2 templates. Yes, I also have another template sample. I can open it, and then there is no that template part that I added to this template, right? So the first thing we have to understand is template parts, in order to work, they have to be added like this. Inside the template there is a special module template part, and then inside this module I choose the type template part. So it gives me the flexibility to use specific template parts in one template and not use them in another template, something like this. So in this template I don't have template part at all. In this template for single posts, there are applicants only posts, so this template applied only for posts, but for all published posts. Now I have a global header. Okay, now I can save it here. Here I already save it. So now how it works. Let's add some background color to this header, right? And then let's see what happens, how it's getting updated in the template, right? So let's go to the setting background color. I have chosen, no, hold on. Well, basically I don't need this generic block wrapper anymore. I needed it just to paste the layout, because for now we have this action only to modulus. We don't have it here, but probably we should add such option, such possibility also here to pass the code in the root, but it's not here now. So I remove this unneeded wrapper, and now I have just my header. So let's go inside into module settings, CSS settings tab, then background color, because I'm going to change the color of the background, and I'm going to choose something very light, really like this. Maybe make it like this. Yeah, okay, looks fine for me. So now I save the changes, and basically I have updated my template part. Let's go back to the template here where I'm using the template part. I don't see those changes yet, but I can click this refresh button here, right, like this. And now those changes made in template part are being propagated. I click this, I use this button refresh only for convenience for builder mode. Of course, the changes, any changes inside the template part will be automatically updated on the page reload. I just, okay, I can show you that as well. Let's change the background color once again, maybe this one. So again, now I'm inside the builder mode of the template part. I have changed background color of my header once again. Now I'm saving this template part. It is successfully saved. Now I'm go back to the template. I close this template part module. I don't refresh it. I just reload the builder mode itself like this. And here I have these new changes for the header, this new background color. It is available, and practically this is how it works. So any changes, saved changes of the template part inside the template part, right, will be immediately propagated to all template parts where I use them. Basically, this is why it's called global entity, right? I change it only here, and I see those changes everywhere in all templates. Now it's also interesting part, a bit of advanced thing. So for instance, let me announce the subject that I'm going to talk about. So we're talking about inheritance of specific settings from template part to template. First of all, let's list those things that can be inherited. They are any CSS styles. So the same I set background color in this module header inside the template part. I can change this background color here inside the template. Of course, not for specific module that as I did in template part, but via custom CSS or custom CSS here, yeah, for instance. Or I can do it through CSS variable. Let's do this. So for instance, I create, so here, this is my fallback color, like yellow one. And then I'm going to create the new CSS variable that will be called header background, like this. So I'm using this undeclared yet CSS variable inside background color CSS setting for my header, right? Now I save. Now let's get back to the builder mode of the template. I can, instead of going inside the template part, I can hover here and click refresh, and it is refreshed already. We don't see any changes yet, but let's check the dev tools and what is applied here. As you remember, for template part I have used CSS var, so let's check. Yes, here. So this CSS variable header background that I have just used here, already available here because I clicked refresh, so the data was propagated. Now this CSS variable is not declared yet, but let's see what happens if I declare this variable inside the template, right? So let's go to the template settings and click on CSS settings tab, and then CSS variables. Let's choose type color. Let's write name header background, the same name of the reviewed CSS variable, and then I'm going to choose some color. Maybe it will be some crazy color, I don't know, like this pink one, like that. So here I have I've declared the new CSS variable inside the template, and I don't change any settings inside the template part yet, but I have this inheritance of the styles. Basically this is how CSS works in the wild, let's say. It's nothing special about Builderius, it's just how CSS works everywhere. I just declared this CSS var, and since this CSS var is used inside one of the modules of the template parts, it actually makes changes here. So I can reload the page here, nothing changes. I did not change the color of the header inside the template part. Inside the template part, and it's let's say it's the original color of the header. It's still the yellow one. Let's make it. Let's make a fun experiment. Let's add template part module inside another template, and let's choose header. Now it suggests me actually that I have one template part with with a type header. It's convenience way for letting know that at least one template part is created under this type. So I choose here header, I click refresh, and once again this template part is added at the end, so I just reorder it, and here we go. Here I still have this yellow color, the original color of the template part, but for this template I have updated the style of the header. I customized it via CSS variables, and now it has a different color. Basically what I'm showing you now, all this explanation, etc., it's a perfect component-based system, component-based way of creating templates and websites. I really like this approach, and so maybe this is why I put so strong emphasis on it. Okay, this inheritance does not end on CSS only. We have it in some way. We have it also for data variables, for JS and CSS libraries. We have it for custom JS and CSS. We have it for string translations as well. So for instance, I can have a template part that has its own data variables and string translations, for instance. And then some of this data can be overwritten from the template, or well, like data variables, they are always scoped within the template part. So for instance, let's create another template part, and I will show you how it works. So here I close it. This template part is saved. I can close it here too. I can close this another template without saving. I don't need this new header here. So I just leave the page. Okay, I will be working with this template, and the second template part will be basically this layout, this post header with a featured image. Let me open. I have to find this layout in the structure, so it's post header. Yeah, I will take this whole layout. So starting from the post header, again I hover over copy layout, hamburger icon, and then click on copy layout, the layout that is copied. Then I go back to the admin side, click on template parts, add new, I call it post content header, let's call it like that. And then here I will not be using a header or footer type. I will create my own. So I will create my type post header, the new one. Then click on next step. Then I will add the custom apply rule, or maybe I have it in the starters. Basically I want to apply to all published blog posts. Oh, I have it, all published blog posts. Why I choose this apply rule? Because this template part, post header, basically I would like to use it only for posts. I don't need it for pages, I don't need it for archives. So there is no reason to choose apply rule entire site. Just no reason, right? I have it here, yep, with status. Well, as I said, I can apply it to all, or I can choose the specific status, like published. Okay. Here I have post content header, template part. I click on edit template part to go to the builder mode. Again, we have a blank canvas. Then in order to paste in my code, my layout, I have to add some container. I always choose generic block, the first one, and then close settings, hover over hamburger icon, searching for this action, click, insert in my code, and then click import like this. And now here I have my layout. All modules are here. They are the same, basically the same structure. Oh, once again, I get rid of this wrapper. So I just resort and remove this generic block. I don't need it anymore. Okay. So the same structure, the same modules as I see them here, post header, where I have picture, source image, and heading. The same is here, but here I don't see anything, right? So why it happens? Basically it happens because in this template I have, I'm going to template settings, and here I have data variable that has name singular, and here I actually get the data title and featured image from the backend, and I show this data here inside my layout, but I'm not doing the same here yet. However, I have the same template tags with used, I have the same modulus with template tags used inside them. So I can show you. I hear this template tag singular queried post title, but I actually don't have this data. What I have is dynamic data from global settings, because I have not created, this is brand new template, and I haven't created any data variables for this template part yet. So I'm let's step back. I have the structure. I'm going to fix this issue, right, of displaying the dynamic data. I go to the template settings, open data variables, create new. Then I need type query to database, and I'm going to use the same name singular as I used it for template. Here I have the singular. To make it faster, I can just copy all the query here in the template and then use it inside my new variable, but there are a lot of different things. I don't need them all. What I need is just title and featured image, so I removed anything else and leave only title and featured image, and then I click on apply changes to actually fetch the data and to have this dynamic data inside my template. And yeah, actually this is what I was talking about. Now I have dynamic data, and since I copied the layout with template tags with dataverse ready here inside my modulus, and now since I updated my dynamic data here with the same name, they instantly available for me here. I can switch between applicants and preview different results. The dynamic data is different for different posts. Let's go back to this post, because the same post I'm using here. Now I'm going to save my template part. This is my template part, right? I'm going to save it here and add the template part here, my new template part inside this template. So the same thing, I'm going to add module, but under post wrapper module template part. And now I don't see the suggestion for the new template part type. It will be seen, it would be seen if I reloaded the page, but I didn't do this. However, I remember its name, or maybe I don't. I can check it here. So it's post header, this one, the new type I created for this template part. And I go back to the template and I use the same name here. This is why we use these types to it serves like a placeholder. It's very similar actually to the Gutenberg, right? How Gutenberg use its template parts. So I create this post header here and then refresh the data, and again probably yes, it's down the page here, so I just move it up. I place it before my regular layout. Now they look the same because they have the same structure, the same styles, and they use the same dynamic data. Since I'm using template part here, for this template I might not need dynamic data for post title and featured image anymore, so I actually can remove it. I go to the data variables of the template, open my data variable singular, and remove this title and remove featured image. I don't need it anymore. Apply changes. and my dynamic data has been updated, and now I see the opposite picture. Actually, my regular layout post header inside the template does not display anything for me, because in the template I don't have this dynamic data. However, my template part, this one, is showing me post title and featured image the same as it does here, and I actually very happy with it. So I can get rid of my regular layout, just delete it, and that's it. So now I'm using two template parts already for this layout, which means I can change this layouts anytime without going to this template, and this template parts will be updated in this template, and in case of header that I'm going to use in other templates too, like archives, this template will be updated too if I change it in its builder mode, of course. So this is how it works. As I said before, the dynamic data of the template part is scoped within the template part. It's not getting mixed with dynamic data of the template. We have just seen it when I had my regular layout from the template and it was empty like this. However, another example, the styling is perfectly inherited from the template. Here I have my this very nice font, like it's totally different font name and size here inside the template where I have the styles, but not here where I have just the content and some standard font like this. So this is the best part about component-based approach of building templates. You can have original structure, HTML, maybe some dynamic data and even some styling, but then at least styling can be customized inside the template where this component is used. This is basically the essence of the template parts.